Living in a foreign country can be difficult, and sometimes your life story can be a story in a film. In this episode of Journey, let us meet Clyde Capistrano, a Filipino migrant from Vancouver, Canada, and an aspiring filmmaker living his dream behind the camera.
So I migrated in August of 2015. That's when I was still in college, New Era University. I was studying marketing. And I got the opportunity to move here. I just celebrated my sixth year last August. Yeah. It's been a long journey. Definitely. A lot of things have happened.
Just like any immigrant, Clyde had to go through major adjustments when he moved.
It was very tough. I always tell this story whenever someone asks me that question. I grew up in a warmer climate in the Philippines, and just moving here, the air felt different. One big thing was the seasons. I did not expect it to be that kind of drastic, the way the season changed. Looking back, if I was to talk to myself when I moved here to like who I am now, it's like they're both completely different people. The places tend to change us. Luckily for me, it's for the better. I was able to kind of understand myself a bit more, understand that I'm in a different place. I need to adjust myself. But at the same time, I kept my core values, my core beliefs intact. And I just basically kind of knew going in that I need to, if I do need to change, it needs to be for the better, and it needs to be towards that certain goal that I was trying to get.
Clyde's journey steered toward where he is now, a company owner and a filmmaker.
When I moved here, I kind of wanted to lean towards kind of more of my passion, which is filmmaking. So I did attempt to apply to all of these different schools, universities, but the biggest hurdle for me was getting my credentials transferred. And it was a little bit of too much for me. And there's, of course, the budget as well. It's not cheap to go to uni in a Western country, obviously. I basically just worked a 9 to 5 for the first few years until I was able to kind of move towards a filmmaking career, specifically doing weddings for other companies until I was able to start my own. And then with those kind of funds, I was able to fund my first short film. Right now, I am an owner of my own company. I primarily shoot photo and video for weddings and anything related to that with with family portraits and stuff. That's kind of my main source of income. I also do like short films, but that is kind of a hobby. I've always wanted to be a director as early as I can remember, and I've always wanted to tell my stories, tell my personal stories, and also the stories that I think are interesting that I want people to see. That's always been my motivation.
Clyde's journey has taken him to a road where his dreams await.
Earlier this year, because of the pandemic, a lot of our weddings kind of got either canceled or moved to next year. I had a lot of time to think, and it made me realize that how much I love making films way more. I still love doing it, even though I haven't done it in a while. It's still something that's really important to me. So with the time given of, just quarantining, staying at home, I just wrote a script and I sent it out to like actors that I know and some casting agents that I know. And they ended up liking the film that I got good actors and also crew members. So with that, we basically just started shooting. I wanted to film as soon as we can because I know that, people's times are very important. So, and that story really meant a lot to me. So I wanted to get that film out as soon as I can. So the film's title is Goodnight, Bella. It's a thriller, and it follows a escaped convict trying to reach his daughter because she is very sick and he wants to see her. That kind of is his motivation all throughout the story. But going through that journey, he encounters an old man and a boy. And he didn't know at first, but later on the story, it's going to be revealed that the old man actually kidnapped the little boy. So he was kind of torn in between either seeing his daughter sooner or seeing his daughter or saving this boy. So that's kind of the dilemma of the main idea of the film is he going to save the boy or is he going to go see his daughter?
Today, Clyde's first movie, Goodnight, Bella, has received numerous awards such as the Best Director, Best Live Action Short Film Award at the Paris Film Festival, Best First Time Director, and Best Makeup and Hairstyling for Kuhor at the Metropolis Film Festival in Milan, Italy, and Best Thriller and Best Actor for Adam Muxloe at the Couch Film Festival in Toronto, Canada.
I initially submitted it to another film festival. It is called Metro Film Festival in Milan, Italy. And that was the first festival I submitted to, and luckily enough, it got an award.
Asked about his plans to create a film in the Philippines and possibly work on a story about Filipino immigrants.
That's one of my dreams, is to actually film an actual movie in the Philippines. That would be really, really exciting. I would want to kind of show my story as well. But most importantly, I want to show a story that I think is important and I think is meaningful. And I think a lot of people would want to see. If I was given the opportunity, I would definitely do it in a heartbeat. But obviously, when I get older, I get wiser, and I grow, not just physically, mentally, and also spiritually. Migrants, they're definitely, a lot of them are heroes for leaving their country, leaving something that they've known for all their lives to go somewhere where they think that they can show their full potential and support their families back home. A lot of immigrants that I know are, in my definition, are heroes just because of the sacrifices that they made.
Join us next time here on Journey, Stories of Filipinos in Canada.